Every night the same customers come at the same times and order the same coffees, but they never finish drinking them. The problem is, these customers died 2 to 3 years ago and don't need money. I'm Alex Rodriguez. I'm 26 years old, and I've been working as a night shift barista at Midnight Brew Coffee in Detroit for 5 months. This 24-hour coffee shop is in the city center, serving all kinds of night people, night shift workers, students, insomniacs, and sometimes much stranger customers. Midnight Brew was a small but cozy place. A 20-table dining area, a long bar counter, vintage coffee machines. The owner, Marcus Williams, was in his 40s, a former jazz musician. He used to play in nightclubs before getting into the coffee business. "Alex," he had said on my first day, "the night shift is different. People behave differently at night, more intimate, more honest, sometimes stranger." "What kind of strange?" "You'll see. But remember, a customer is a customer. Be respectful, make their coffee, don't ask too many questions." The first 3 months went normally. I worked from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Customers would come, get their coffee, sit and drink, then leave. Some were regular customers. They'd come at the same times and order the same coffees. But at the beginning of the 4th month, I started noticing something strange. There was a woman who came every night at exactly 2:30 a.m. Middle-aged, elegantly dressed, always sat at the same table. Order: large cappuccino, extra foam, cinnamon sprinkled on top. The woman's name was Margaret Thomas, kind, polite, friendly, but she had one strange trait. She never finished her coffee. She'd drink half of it, then leave it on the table and go. "Mrs. Margaret," I said one night, "don't you like your coffee?" No, it's perfect. It's just, I have to go home." My husband worries. The next night, same thing. The cappuccino would be left half-finished. She'd say, "My husband worries," and leave. The 3rd night I noticed Margaret wasn't paying. She'd get her coffee, sit at her table, but never approach the register. I didn't say anything because I thought maybe she was a regular customer who settled her bill later, but when I checked the register records, there were no payments from Margaret. There was another regular customer. Robert Chen, in his 60s, came every night at 1:15 a.m. Order: plain black coffee, no sugar, no milk. He'd sit at the corner table and read the newspaper. Robert also never finished his coffee. He'd take a few sips, read his paper, then get up and leave. And he didn't pay either. The 3rd was Jennifer Walsh, a young woman in her 20s. She came every night at 3:45 a.m. Order: vanilla latte, cold. She'd sit at the table by the window and look at her phone. Jennifer followed the same pattern. She'd take a few sips of her latte, busy herself with her phone, then leave. Never paid. Besides these 3 customers, I had other regular customers who paid normally. But these 3 were different. One night, I approached Margaret. "Mrs. Margaret, why do you always leave your coffee half-finished?" She looked surprised. "Do I leave it half-finished?" I hadn't noticed. "Yes, every night. And you don't settle your bill either." "Bill? But I always pay." She took out her wallet, but there was nothing inside. No money, no credit cards, no ID, empty wallet. "This is strange," Margaret said. "My wallet was full, just now." "Mrs. Margaret, what was your last name?" "Thomas. Margaret Thomas. I've been married to my husband William for 30 years. That night at home, I searched for Margaret Thomas on the internet. I found an obituary. Margaret Thomas, 58 years old, died of a heart attack on March 15, 2022. Survived by her beloved husband William and 2 children. Funeral service Thursday. Margaret had died 2 years ago. The next night I asked Robert. "Mr. Robert, what's your full name?" "Robert Chen. I'm a retired accountant." "When did you retire?" "I retired. I had a heart attack the day I retired. At the hospital, I don't remember what happened after. I looked up Robert Chen, too." Obituary. Robert Chen, 62 years old, died of a heart attack on August 8, 2021. Robert had died 3 years ago. Same result for Jennifer Walsh. 23 years old, died in a traffic accident on November 4, 2023. All 3 of my regular customers were dead. But they came every night, ordered their coffees, tried to drink them. I told Marcus about the situation. "Marcus, is this possible? Can dead people come to drink coffee? Marcus took a deep breath. Alex, this coffee shop has been open for 40 years. I've been running it for 15 years. And yes, some customers continue coming even after they die. Why didn't you tell me? Because most baristas run away. They can't handle this situation. You seem to get along well with them. What do they want? The same thing, to drink their final coffee, but they're stuck in a loop because they can't manage it. I learned Margaret's story. She had a heart attack on her way home that night. She couldn't finish her last coffee. She was still trying to finish that coffee. Robert had come to the coffee shop on his retirement day. He was going to drink a special coffee to celebrate his new life. The heart attack had interrupted that coffee. Jennifer was coming to meet her fiancé. She died in a traffic accident while expecting a marriage proposal. She was still trying to live that special moment. What they all had in common, their final coffee experiences were incomplete. Marcus, how can we help them? Help them finish their coffees. Prepare them in a special way. Listen to their stories. Help them find peace. I talked with Margaret at length. Mrs. Margaret, how is your husband William? Fine, I think. But he worries about me. I shouldn't be late. Mrs. Margaret, where is William right now? She thought for a long time. I don't remember. Everything's been very blurry lately. Mrs. Margaret, you passed away in 2022 with William by your side. He doesn't worry anymore because you found peace. Her eyes filled with tears. Am I dead? Yes. But you stayed here because you couldn't finish your last coffee. That night I prepared a special cappuccino for Margaret. Extra foam, cinnamon, and a warm, embracing feeling. I made this coffee for you, for your memories. Drink it in peace. Margaret drank slowly. With each sip, she looked more peaceful. When she finished the coffee, she smiled. Thank you, Alex. Finally I could finish it. Now you can go to William. Yes, he's waiting for me. Margaret got up and walked toward the door. As she walked, she became transparent and disappeared before reaching the door. I helped Robert the same way. I specially prepared his retirement coffee. This is for your new beginning. Robert finished his coffee. I worked for 40 years. Finally, I can take the break I deserve. He left peacefully. Jennifer's story was more emotional. She was still waiting for her fiancé, Mark. He was going to propose to me, but he was late. Jennifer, Mark loved you very much. He still loves you. He suffered a lot while you were gone. Really? Yes. He visits your grave every week. His love for you never ended. I prepared a special latte for Jennifer. This is for your love, for your happy memories with Mark. She drank her coffee slowly. Will you tell Mark? I would have said yes, definitely yes. I'll tell him. Jennifer also left peacefully. In the following months, more ghost customers came. Thomas Wilson, a 45-year-old businessman who had a heart attack during a business meeting. He was going to drink his last coffee and give an important presentation. Sarah Mitchell, a student who died in a boiler accident while preparing for university exams. She was going to study with her last coffee. James Parker, a 30-year-old man who had an accident on his way to his first date. He was going to have coffee with his first love. Each had an incomplete coffee story. I prepared special coffee for each one, listened to their stories, helped them find peace. Midnight Brew was no longer just a coffee shop. It was a spiritual peace center, a place where dead people completed their final coffee experiences. Marcus started an official program, Final Coffee Service. Families who lost loved ones while drinking coffee would come and order special coffee in their memory. The local newspaper ran a story. Detroit coffee shop serves dead customers. Many people came. Some could see the ghost customers, some could only feel them. One of the most meaningful situations, an elderly woman came and ordered coffee for her daughter Mary. Mary had died of cancer. Her last wish was to have coffee with her mother, but they couldn't make it happen in the hospital. That night, Mary's spirit came. She had coffee with her mother. The mother couldn't see her daughter, but could feel her. Both cried, smiled, said goodbye. Current situation. I still work at Midnight Brew, now as a spiritual barista. I serve both living and dead customers. Important lesson: coffee isn't just a drink, it's a memory. People live special moments with coffee: meetings, farewells, celebrations, thoughts. When death interrupts these moments, the spirit enters a quest for completion. If you work in the coffee industry, remember, every customer has a story. Living or dead, everyone deserves respect. Making coffee isn't just technical work, it's emotional service. Sometimes the most important coffee isn't for the living, but for spirits seeking peace. Margaret was able to drink her final cappuccino. Robert could taste his retirement coffee. Jennifer completed her love coffee. Sometimes the most valuable service isn't given for money, but from the heart. Alex Rodriguez, spiritual barista, serving warm service to both living and dead hearts. One coffee, one story, one piece. Because everyone deserves to drink their final coffee properly, even after death. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.